Welcome to Nintendo Ninja News. I'm your host, Chris Diasis, and we're here with the very first My Fave 5. Don't get me to say that too many times quickly. I'll mess it up and call it Fab or something. So, we're here with the Fave 5 NES games. Now, I guess for the Nintendo Entertainment System, I didn't grow up on it. So I don't have that cherished memories as I do with the Super Nintendo or the N64 and things like that. So, let's get right into it. I have my list here. Crinkling papers. So at number 5 is... wait for it. Super Mario Brothers. And yes, there is a image of it in the video. Yes, I can do video editing, and I can do fancy things from time to time. So Super Mario Brothers, I guess, was one of the most famous games in history. I loved it, enjoyed it. I've played through it many, many times. It's definitely a good pick up and play game nowadays. Would love to be on the Nintendo Switch or modern day console, but it is a fantastic game. I really enjoyed Mario's first adventure, I guess. I guess it was one of the first Mario games that I ever played, and I was really, really happy about it. I felt pretty good playing through the game. I don't think I've ever played it on the NES. No, I've already played it on, I guess, emulator or on virtual console stuff, which is interesting. So, a long, long time ago, I guess, for the NES console. Now, number 4. Number 4. Chris, I've got to learn how to count. Number 4 is The Legend of Zelda. Now, The Legend of Zelda was a cool game. I didn't mind it so much. I thought it was pretty cool, pretty interesting. The whole open world before open world got its name. And I liked the idea of going around beating up enemies and finding little secrets and things like that, which can be related to Breath of the Wild. This was like the grandfather of Breath of the Wild in terms of this open world playing and going off and completing things in whatever way you liked. And I felt that was a really cool game as I played it as I was a bit older. So I really enjoyed that game and had lots of fun with it. Now, number 3 is Super Mario Brothers 3. Now, this was probably the best game on the NES with The Legend of Zelda, and I loved all the power-ups, and the graphics was much better, and the worlds were really cool, but I think the power-ups were the great thing, you know, fireballs and flying and all sorts of little things, and I liked the puzzles, and I liked that addictiveness of going, you know, from level to level to level, and I felt that that was fun, and that was really, really enjoyable, so I really liked Super Mario Brothers 3 on the NES. I think I bought it for the 3DS and I bought it for this console and that one too. So it's always something that I keep rebuying. So it must be a game that I really enjoy. So that's definitely something that I enjoyed myself. Now, number 2. Yeah, there are games higher than this. A couple all-time great games that have been beaten out. Number 2 is Kirbys Adventure. I'm a big Kirby fan, and this was a stunning game to put on the NES. I just loved how cute he was, little big thing going beep 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 beep. You can see Kirby is in the background, like that. So this was sort of one of the first Kirby games that I ever played when I was older, maybe a teenager or something like that. And I really enjoyed it, really loved it, and it got me to go on and play the other ones on the Super Nintendo, and then I bought a couple on the Wii and the 3DS. Those games were fantastic, and now with the newest one, Kirby Star Allies, is the latest one on the Switch. So it's a great classic game, Kirby's Adventures. And number 1, yes, number one. The my favourite NES game is Balloon Fight. That's right, Balloon Fight is my favourite game, made by Iwata, who has passed away, sadly. And it was just a game that I really liked. It was definitely, in some ways, Balloon Fight would be a perfect smartphone game. in terms of you can, press the touch button and it goes up and down and things like that. And it was just this quick sort of game that you can pick up and play, and I always tried to beat the high score, and I liked the lightning bolts that came down and the animations of the little balloons moving around, and it was always a game that kept on challenging you and all that sort of stuff. So I was really, really happy about that, really pleased about all that sort of thing too. So I was very impressed by the game. And I think the reason why it ranks higher and ranks at number one is it's the game that I keep going back to and I keep playing. And you look at the playtime, I probably played it more than some of these other games on the list. So that's why I really enjoyed playing Balloon Fight, because it's that, that instant pick up and play and muck around for a few minutes, or you can muck around with it for half an hour to an hour. So that is why I enjoyed Balloon Fight. So my Fave 5, and I think over the series, is going to be quite different to others, because I'm going to have some preferences where you'll see some games and things in the list that go, wow, well, I wouldn't pick that, or something like that, because a lot of people, they tend to think that a top 5 or favourite 5 has to have all the best-selling games or the best critiqued games by video game critics and things like that. But no, not on my list. The ones that I enjoy the most, or I played the most, or made an impact on me, goes on the list. So it's all different here. So that is it for me, and I shall see you soon. Don't forget to subscribe. We're nearly at 700. Just get that message out there.